Hello, welcome to Caldwell County Today. I'm Paige Counts, Public Information Officer for Caldwell County. Joining me today is April Austin with the Senior Center. Welcome, April.
Thank you for having us back.
Always good information.
Yes, and we have a lot going on in February.
And I can't think of the Senior Center in February without thinking about Valentine's Day because I know you've got something special going on probably throughout February.
We do. We have a lot of Valentine's events going on. One of our first ones is It's Heart Month. So we are celebrating our Healthy Heart Month with our Zoom chat on Friday, February the 4th at 11 o'clock. It's only on Zoom, so you have to contact us to get the link. But we're going to talk about some heart-healthy foods, recipes, and tips, and just share a few little easy, healthy recipes that you can do that don't take all day to prepare, because I think a lot of people think, I don't want to spend all day cooking and doing this, so it's easier to go out and grab something. So all these recipes are going to take 20 minutes or less.
I love recipes that take 20 minutes or less.
So do I. So we're doing that. We've also got an advocacy event that we're doing. There was a recent increase in the Home and Community Care Block Grant funds, and to not go into a big long explanation of what that is, but it helps fund your senior center. It helps fund programs that support seniors in our community, like in-home aid programs, adult day health services, transportation services, home housing and home repair, home delivered meals, congregate nutrition, just a list of services in the community. And we received some increased funding for that program, and it's the first time in a long time we've seen that from our legislators. So we're going to do a Valentine's event where we talk about advocacy, give you some tips on how you can communicate with your legislators to let them know what's important to you and how important this funding is to your senior center and to your other services that benefit those in our county that are 60 and older. And everybody that comes to the event is going to get a little Valentine's treat bag. We'll have all the materials you need. We'll have Valentine's Day cards for you to write, and then we're going to mail them for you. So it's an all-day event. You don't have to get up early, or if you don't like to come late, you don't have to come late. It's going to be from 8:30 to 3:30, so you can come anytime during the day. We are hoping that you'll call us to register, just so we know we have enough treat bags, because we hate for somebody to show up when we've run out of something. That's a terrible feeling. So,
that is a terrible feeling.
But it's a chance for us just to kind of thank the legislators for the support for our seniors in the county. And, you know, we want to keep these dollars coming to support older Americans. And so this is just a little fun event that we're going to do. And then on February 14th, that magic day, we're actually going to have a Valentine's concert and a little bit of an informational session there too to talk about Medicaid transformation. And so people who are impacted by Medicaid transformation probably know that there's some things going on and changing, and I'm not enough of an expert to tell you all about it myself. So we're going to have somebody that's going to come in and just talk to you a little bit about it. If you aren't a Medicaid recipient, you still can come to the concert and you might learn about it. It'll give you some knowledge for people if you run into somebody that says something about it, or if you have a family member or a friend who's dealing with that situation, they'll be able to kind of share some information.
So even if it doesn't impact you, you might run into someone who you can help with that information.
And if not, you can enjoy a fun little Valentine's concert and bring a friend.
Every month, VIA comes to present a program. So what's coming up in February?
This is one of our best partnerships. VIA Health has done this for many years, and they come on the first Friday of every month, unless it's a holiday. And they have a variety of topics they always talk about, and they're always educational, and you always learn something. And even I've found when it's a topic, I've been to a presentation maybe 4 or 5 years ago on the same subject, I learned something new every time. So February the 4th at 10, they're going to talk about depression from surviving to thriving. And from 11 antidepressants that are not just for depression. And I think this is an important topic for us, especially in this current world. There's a lot of people dealing with depression and anxiety with our current circumstances, and I think maybe have become more aware of that. So it's really good for you to come and learn a little bit, even if you aren't the one that has depression or taking the antidepressants. I think everyone knows someone who's dealing with depression on some level, and it's good for you to be aware and to have an understanding. It'll help you deal better with your family, your friends, your community. So we just want to share that information, and if it's a professional and you need CEUs, those will be provided as well.
It's a great all-around program, and I do think more people are dealing with depression than maybe we realize.
Yeah, I think so too.
But also coming in February, you have started the Friday Finds Craft Corner. Craft
Yes,
Corner.
that's right.
Just making sure I was reading that right.
We did this actually, we started in December, and so every Friday we have somebody coming to sell their homemade crafts, goods, all kinds of things. They sign up and they come and have those for sale, so you can purchase some great craft items, jewelry. And so February 4th, we're going to have Jean Jones, who's making handmade aprons, table runners, and other crafts. She does a lot of beautiful sewing. February the 11th is Linda Watson. Linda makes jewelry that everybody loves, and it's really reasonably priced. I have countless pieces of Linda's jewelry.
I have some of Linda's jewelry.
So it's beautiful. On the 18th, Ingrid Farrell will be there with her homemade shea butter, soaps, and some jewelry. And all of Ingrid's proceeds are going to go to support the Senior Center. So she's going to be doing that one and making donations to the Senior Center. And if you don't have Ingrid's soaps, that's the only soap I use now. So she makes fantastic, wonderful soaps in lots of different scents, and they're really high quality.
And actually, although I have a lot of Linda's jewelry, I'm probably going to put Ingrid's day on my calendar, because I noticed that this morning when I was going through the PowerPoint. And I'm really excited about
Ingrid's soaps are fantastic. There's nothing like them, so I really love that. And then on February 25th, Dottie Tanner's going to be with us with her handmade beaded walking sticks, canes, and polyclay ornaments and earrings. So a little bit of everything from that. So we just wanted to give, our seniors are so crafty and so talented, and we haven't been able to have our large scale craft fairs where they all get together and sell something at one time. So we wanted to give them an opportunity to kind of sell those things and show off what they do. So we're hoping, people will just make this their Friday stop. You can just stop by for a few minutes, visit the Senior Center, check out anything else that's going on, and see what kind of goodies we have for sale.
And this is open to people of all ages.
All ages, anybody who would like to come.
Now something that could be for people of all ages. Pace at Home is a program that we probably need to learn a little more about.
That's right. I think a lot of people don't know what PACE services are or who's eligible for them. And PACE stands for All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly. And so it's a great program that kind of combines everything together. They offer an array of services, and AJ Curley's going to come and talk with us about the program and what they offer, from their adult day health, respite, PT, OT, hospital services, social activities, transportation, and the list just goes on and on and on and on. If you need that care, they provide that care, and it's a really fantastic program. And she's going to talk about who's eligible for the services, how that gets paid for, what you need to do if you're interested. And it's a good program for people who maybe you don't need this program now, but you might in the future. Perhaps that you know someone who might need care in the future. You might be a caregiver, and you need to know what options you're going to have going forward. So February the 7th at 3 o'clock, we are asking people to register just so we have everything set up and spaced out. So I think it's really going to be a great program, and we wanted to make sure and provide that information, especially to our caregivers, because a lot of times you feel like there's not enough resources out there, and we want to link you with all the resources we can.
Of course. And speaking of resources, we're going to talk about another resource, at-home COVID vaccines. And I will say the seniors in our community have led the way with being vaccinated.
They have since the very, very start, but it is difficult for those people who have limited mobility. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to make sure the Area Agency on Aging had reached out to us to help us share their information that there are vaccines available for people at home with limited mobility. And there's a couple of different ways that you can get linked up to that. You can call the vaccination hotline, which is 1-866-303-0026, or you can go to www.ptrc.org/COVID. They're coordinating that at-home efforts. The other thing you can do is call your senior center, and we'll be glad to get you linked to those. If you have a family member who has limited mobility and needs assistance with that, we have a couple of resources we can help connect you with. But we want to make sure everybody who needs the vaccine is able to get it, and we don't want mobility issues to be a barrier to that.
And for people who are a little more mobile, the Senior Center is offering a vaccine clinic.
Yes, this is actually the second vaccine clinic we've done in recent months. So it's going to be Thursday, February the 10th from 2 to 5. Again, this is something that's open to anyone. You don't have to be a senior to come. If you want to come by, if that time works for you, you can come. You don't have to register. You can just show up. And so we're hoping we had about, I think, 30 people the last time we did one. So that's a pretty good, for a center of our size, that was a good clinic day. And we hope that we'll have some people come to do that. And you can do this if you need your booster shot or if you need the first vaccine, whatever you need. And they should have all 3 vaccines available.
Okay, great, because I was going to ask you if you could get your booster at this time.
You can get your booster at this time or in anything that you need.
From COVID and kind of what may be dragging us down a little bit, to something fun.
Something that's going to bring us back up. Yep, we always have bingo. We have 2 different ways to play bingo. And I had a question the other day, and somebody said, but you can actually do both bingos. So if you want to do phone bingo, which is something we started for, again, those people maybe with mobility issues or who aren't comfortable coming out in a crowd, we play bingo over the phone, and that's going to be February the 10th at 10 o'clock. You do need to let us know if you want to play bingo over the phone because we need to get you your cards especially. So that's always important to call, but Guardian Home Health has donated our prizes. We've actually already got them. I know what they are. They're really good prizes. And so you play bingo over the phone, you call out your bingo, and we check your numbers, and you win your prize, and you can come pick it up, or we'll work out some way to get it to you. We also are going to have in-person bingo at the Senior Center on February the 11th at 10 a.m. And the prizes for this one are going to be donated by Hickory Falls Health and Rehab. So that's in person. We are asking people to register for the in-person because if it fills up, we won't be able to let you in. So it's a good thing to call and make sure there's still space. If it's not full, we'll let you come anyway, but it's a good thing to call at least the morning of to make sure we've still got space so you can come and play bingo with us.
Just taking that little extra precaution there. Now, here's something that we haven't talked about in a while, emergency preparedness. And as we had the snow in January, all of a sudden we were back to talking about emergency preparedness.
I think sometimes it gets lost in the shuffle of things and you don't think about emergency preparedness. And I think some of the things you don't think about too is, what's going to happen if I need to call 911 or if I need to evacuate or I need to do all these different scenarios. And so February 18th at 10, Karen Phoenix, who is with Project CARE and works for the Area Agency on Aging, is going to come talk to us about emergency preparedness. And for those of you who don't know about Project CARE, she works with caregivers. It's caregiver alternatives to running on empty. So she works primarily with caregivers who are taking care of someone with dementia. And so I think there'll probably be some resources in there for caregivers as well for this emergency preparedness. But you're going to learn some tips, some tricks, some things you need to know. And I think it'll be a very, very informative program. And I think everyone needs to learn that. And maybe even if you think you already know it, to come and refresh your memory and kind of brush up on some things you might need to know.
Because there are things that we tend to panic over when it becomes an emergency. We joke about milk and bread, but for a caregiver, there's some other bigger things that
your medications and different things. The other thing I think people don't think about is if you were to have a serious event, how much water should you have on hand for the number of people that live in your house? Everybody thinks, I need to have water, but how much water do you need? And so these are some things that you're going to learn and they'll talk about. So it'll be a really good program.
That's a really good program. Another really good and important program, property tax exemption.
Yes. And we do this program every year. Some people say, why do you keep repeating the same program? Because it's that important. And so Brittany Knupp with the tax office is going to come and talk to us about the property tax exemption programs, what they are, how you apply, who's eligible, who qualifies. And that's something that when you're a senior and living on a fixed income or lower income, you may not be able to afford those, and there are programs available, and we want to make sure people know about that. The other important thing about that is those programs have deadlines, and you have to apply by a certain time. So we want to have this, and we always do it in February, because we want to make sure you've got the knowledge to be able to apply to get that done in time. So Brittany's always really good about coming to do that. And again, February 25th at 10 o'clock at the Senior Center. And so you can, we are actually requesting that you register. There should be enough space in there for that for everybody that wants to come. So,
and one of the things that's important to note is the amount income amount,
Yes.
it changes every year.
Yes.
So maybe if you didn't qualify last year, it's worth looking into this year,
Exactly.
especially if you're really close.
Yeah, we always have that, want Brittany to come have that discussion because those things do change regularly. And she's the expert, so she can answer all those questions. I get a lot of questions about property taxes and I can't answer them. So I either send you to Brittany or we tell you she's coming to see us to come visit. And so we've got a few people already signed up for that program. But it's something that if you're a property owner in the county, it's a good idea for you to come and see if you might qualify for those or know someone who might.
We also have enrolled Medicare Advantage. I think we always talk about Medicare.
We always talk about Medicare, and it's important this time because people who are enrolled in a Medicare Advantage plan still have the opportunity to make some changes. You know, we talk about open enrollment, and it's the one shot. Well, it's not the one shot for everybody. So during the period of January 1st through March 31st, people who are enrolled in an Advantage plan, I'm getting tongue-tied, can make one change. If they're already on a plan, they can switch to another plan, or they can switch back to original Medicare with a prescription drug plan. They cannot switch from original Medicare to an Advantage plan. So you have to already be enrolled in an Advantage plan. So if your plan's not working for you, or maybe you missed that open enrollment deadline and you just want to check to see if it's still the best plan, we can help you do that. You can just give us a call and we'll get you the steps to do that. We have the ability now to do that on the phone, in person, on Zoom. So however you want to do those sessions, we can do that. So it's something always important to talk about is those Advantage plans and also our Extra Help program, because this is something we do year round. There are a lot of people in Caldwell County who are eligible for Extra Help on their Medicare that may not even be aware of that. So Extra Help, it's income-based, and those income guidelines, again, change every year. So if you weren't eligible last year, you might want to check back with us this year because they'll be changing again April 1st. And but it can get you lower your cost for your prescription drug plan premiums, but also your copays and deductibles. So we always want to evaluate people. If you think your costs are too high, give us a call and let us see if you might be eligible for one of those Extra Help programs. And we can do the applications. They don't take very long. We can do them over the phone. We can do them in person, just all kinds of ways to do that. But it's very important.
Very important programs. And it may be something that if you have a parent or grandparent that you see struggling, you might want to mention this to them.
Absolutely, because there are a lot of people that are eligible for this program that don't realize it. And I think a lot of people think, I'm not eligible for Medicaid. I've tried that. I'm not. Well, Extra Help is not Medicaid. It's a different program. And I hear that a lot when people call me is, well, my income's too high and I can't get Medicaid. Well, this is a different income limit and it's higher than that limit. So it's a program for people who aren't eligible for Medicaid. So we want to make sure that we look at that. And the way the Extra Help program works, there's actually multiple levels of Extra Help. So depending on your income, you may qualify for 25% Extra Help or 50% of Extra Help or 75%. So there's a lot of variables there and we can help you sort through that.
Very good program, because I feel like sometimes people fall through the gaps.
Absolutely.
They are right at whatever that Medicaid income level is, and maybe, they make $1 more. Well, that dollar makes a difference for that receiving Medicaid, but that $1 not paying your expenses. So.
Exactly. And there are those programs out there, and like I said, the income limits change, so we want to help people. If you think you might qualify, or you just want to see if you qualify, you don't have to even think. You can just call us and we can give you some information over the phone, give you a few questions, and we can kind of get you an idea.
Now, we have talked about what I'm going to call specialty programs or highlighted programs.
A few of those highlighted programs.
A few of the highlighted programs, but you have a lot of regularly scheduled things that go on every day at the Senior Center.
Every day, and I probably don't even have them all on this list because it's just jam-packed, but we have all of our exercise classes, and we have so many different types of exercise classes. We have cardio classes and strength training and line dance and Tai Chi and TheraFitness and balance classes, and it just goes on and on. And we have, our knitting and crocheting and our wood carving, and then just all kinds of things. And our pool table's always open. It's there for people, every day when we're open, you can come and shoot pool. We use our computer lab, our exercise room. We have an amazing collection of puzzles for people to come and borrow. So we have a puzzle library, and you can come and borrow a couple of puzzles. And if you follow us on Facebook, you probably saw a picture yesterday that I cleaned up our puzzle shelf and organized them, and we had more puzzles than would go on the shelf. So we have a great selection if you like to do that. We also partner with Yokefellow and have a mobile food pantry at the Senior Center once a month if you need information. We have pottery classes. It just goes on and on and on, and that's just, the activities. The other thing we have a lot of services that we do, and I think people don't always know about those. We do have people by appointment that can help you with your computer. We have some people that do some tutoring. We have some staff that can help you with a few issues. We have Wi-Fi. That's something the people have started asking is, can I bring my computer and just use your Wi-Fi? And absolutely, you can come and sit in our lobby or sit in our computer lab and do that. We do monthly blood pressure checks. The community paramedics come by once a month on the second Tuesday and do blood pressure checks for people. Information and assistance is our, we talk about this a lot, but if you have a question or you need some services, call the Senior Center because we always help you with that and linking you to that. We have durable medical equipment, and I think that's something that people don't always know. A lot of people will donate equipment to us that they no longer need. So we have walkers, wheelchairs, and it comes in and out, so it varies on what we may have, but a lot of times people don't realize your insurance may not pay for a walker but once every 5 years. And if something happens to the one you have, a lot of times we have one available that you could use if your insurance won't get another one, or if you don't qualify to get one through that for some reason, or maybe you don't have insurance, and we have those things available, or maybe you need a piece of equipment that's not covered by Medicare. So we have a lot of different options for people, and we also provide notary services for seniors. So if you have documents that you need to have notarized, your power of attorneys, living wills, things like that, we can do notary service, and we don't charge for our notary services. But you do have to have an appointment because that's limited. There's only a couple of us, so we want to make sure you have an appointment and somebody's there that can help you, but we do that as well.
Full confession, one of my first places I refer people to when they come with a complicated question, I'm like, and I realize the person is, whether it's senior or not, I'm like, call the Senior Center. I think they can help you.
And we will try, even if you're not a senior, we'll still try to help you. So if we know how to do that. We also make referrals to programs. So if it's not a program we provide directly, we work with legal aid and help make referrals to people for legal services if they qualify. We help make referrals to your home delivered meals programs and congregate nutrition sites. If you know a person who needs food assistance like that, needs a hot meal every day, we can help get you connected with those services. Tax assistance, that's a really big one this time of year. Unfortunately, we are not able to provide tax assistance in Caldwell County again this year because we just don't have the volunteers to be able to do the program. And so this is definitely a call for volunteers if people would like to learn to do taxes. You don't have to have any prior knowledge. They will train you to do that. And they have everything's checked and double checked, and so you don't have to feel like you have to know everything and do it. It's going to be looked at multiple times, but we can refer you to other agencies who are doing free tax preparation, so we have that available. And a lot of people have called this year about that because they're going to need to file because they didn't receive their stimulus checks, and they're going to need to file a tax return when maybe they haven't before. So we have contact information for the sites that are doing that, and if you're interested in volunteering, you can call us and we can get you more information as well. We also do a lot of referrals for transportation, so if you need transportation, we can help link you with the services that are available.
And as someone who gets calls from the public and just random things, I appreciate what you're doing, so I can say, call the Senior Center. I really don't know, and if I direct you somewhere, I'm going to be wrong.
We're always willing to help, and if we don't know, we'll find out. And we even have done things most recently. We've helped people sign up who don't have computer or internet access to get their at-home COVID tests. If you can't go online and sign up for that and you want to order your free COVID tests, call us and let us know, and we can help do that for you as well. So we just really want to, our seniors are very close to our heart, and we know sometimes, especially this day and age, things are difficult for everybody, but for seniors in particular. And if we can help with that, then we try to do that. And we found a lot of the technology is a big issue for a lot of people, and a lot of things now you have to do online. We get a lot of calls about how do I get my driver's license renewed? How do I get an appointment to get my driver's license renewed because I went and you can't go inside and we need. So we try to link you with all those resources and help you get those set up. So if you have issues like that, give us a call and we'll get you connected.
How do people reach you, and what are your hours?
So we changed our hours several months ago. So we're open Monday through Wednesday from 8 to 4. Thursday from 8 to 7, so we're there late if you still work or you keep your grandkids and you want to come use our exercise room. You can use it up till 7 o'clock on Thursday nights if you want to. We have a Tai Chi class at 5:30, so it's a great class if you want to come and join that. Fridays we're open from 8 to 1. And you can reach us by phone at 828-758-2883. You can come and see us in person. We are open, so you can come at, we're on 650A Penton Avenue Southwest in Lenoir. And you can visit our website, which is caldwellseniorcenter.org. Or you can look us up on Facebook at Caldwell Senior Center NC. Our Facebook page has got a lot going on. If you go to our website, you can subscribe to our mailing list if you want to get on our email list, and then you receive the newsletter by email and Travel Tuesday and Wellness Wednesday and all these other fun activities that we've got going and updates. We try not to send too many emails, but we do send, updates on programs, activities, things that are going on we think are important that you might need to know, and not only just at our organization, but other places as well.
Always lots going on, lots of information available. Thank you, April, for what you do and for joining us today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Caldwell County Today.